Hello everyone. I'm a bit late this week. I have to admit that I've really struggled thinking about where I might incorporate mastery paths. The way that I structure my whole Canvas learning environment is very different from the mastery paths approach. One of the places that I thought that this might be beneficial would be in the area of what I refer to as being designerly. Not necessarily a real word, but suffice to say, I will try to explain what I mean. This is a tough topic with me, and every semester it seems that I have to go over it again. I have a range of about 10% of my students who just don't get the concept, and maybe I'm not entirely alone in this, but when you are teaching something like design, you feel as though you might be. I am using an example here from my color theory course because maybe the most recent example of what I have. Now, I show a lot of reference materials in my design classes. This is because, as I've said on a number of occasions here, what I'm principally teaching is not technique, it's aesthetics. Now, artists are an unruly bunch, but if you're enrolled in a design course, the first thing that you should grasp is clarity. Design is all about communication, and in that, you should strive to be as clear in your intentions as possible. At the core of this is an orderly process that most of you might recognize as neatness. You're creating ideas to people who may or may not understand entirely what it is that you're communicating, and so you want to be as orderly and as neat as you possibly can be regarding those things about your design, your sketch, or your concept that might not speak for themselves by your initial presentation. The old adage goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but it goes even further with some written communication to go along with it. So, let's be neat about it. Again, these sketches that I have been showing here are examples of what I show my students by way of the kinds of things that I believe that they should strive to achieve. They range all over the place, but they do have one thing in common. The written descriptions are neat, short, and orderly. I get some examples that are like this, and they represent what I would consider to be A-level work. But invariably, I get about 10% of my students who are turning in things like this. Perhaps incorporating mastery plans might be a way to early on communicate what it is that isn't effective or acceptable. I'm going to have to take a closer look at this. Again, let me know what you think.